Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about this is the first time I guess, right? Talking about a movie
Yeah, together.
analysis. So it's the first time will be what better movie to talk than Garuda Gamana Vrishabha Vahana. Namma Urdakallane is just he actually wanted to do it quite before, but I hadn't finished watching it, so watched it a couple of days ago. First impression, just too good, man. A few moments, it's just amazing. What are your views on that? What did you think
Oh,
of?
absolutely. It had top moments. Let it be acting, let it be the background score, let it be the music in the song. The song, that one song was really good. That was there, and then and the acting, the performances of few actors were phenomenal. Even though it was some of them had short screen time, they did exceedingly well. It is nice. Why is it even more nice? We have seen those actors as
Yeah,
people who work in dramas, local dramas, local comedy shows and everything, and then to see them on
exactly.
the big screen like that, it was an amazing feel, especially Deepak Ray Panaje.
We've seen him over the years. Mime Ramdas, the guy who
I'm
played
Ram.
MLA or something. These guys have been in the circuit for many years, in fact, even decades. But the guys who watch it on bigger screen everywhere around the world think, oh,
It's new.
the success is overnight or something. But no, they've been doing their hard work. They're putting their hard times in all this acting, and now it is paying off. Kudos to Rajana, man.
Oh,
Story wise, it is nothing new. It's a gangster movie where two guys. We've had a lot of such movies in the past as well in world cinema, not just KFI. But the way
yeah.
he's adopted to our Mangalore's nativity and he's put a perspective on his storytelling is what really is stellar, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. That is why we are even more connected with this movie. Others
Hmm.
also will connect. But then from being from Mangalore, seeing its culture, up close, up front for doing it and seeing it just felt surreal to watch it on such a huge screen. And it was not just few moments of it. It was the entire movie that had it, and that's what it made even more special. The and also with the moments that were captured, the acting performances, the background, they just added icing to the cake. Exactly.
Surely.
Because the story, fine, it is a new way of presenting crime drama. It has not happened very often in Kannada industry. That's good. So that's why it makes it even more special, because he's doing non-linear kind of films, which is not in tune with the mass movies that people like. There's
Hmm.
a love story, there's a gunda coming in and threatening that love story, and then something, and then the mass ending of it where hero is victorious. This just makes you think about the last ending, like what the character development was, and how they went from those kids to the top gangsters of that city.
And somewhere down the line, I could draw parallels with the City of God. It's one of a movie I have. Like, guys, if you haven't watched it, it's on Prime. It's City of God. It's a Brazilian movie.
Mm.
Again, like you mentioned, it's about adapting all those ideas into our
Elements.
nativity and then deliberating just like that. Like you mentioned, especially for Mangaloreans. It's few shots I have to mention. The one shot where he's dancing in the background after the kill, and we've got Rishabh Shetty, pin the opponents down. It's beautiful, beautiful camera work, beautiful music. You'll have to talk about Midun. He
Vidun
did,
Mukund.
yeah, Budumukan, he did it for OMK, One Motta Kate, and then to come back here. It's not just the back. I'll elaborate a little on this. It's not just
Yeah,
the
please.
music. It's the background score. It's the sound design, how he's designed
Mm.
it. So that makes our theatrical experience that much more better. So kudos to
Exactly.
Midun for doing that. Yeah,
Yeah,
what
exactly. There were moments where you felt like everything synced so well. The music, the acting, the moment,
Hmm.
the shot, the scene that way they're trying to depict, just made you feel like okay, get you out of the seat and then applaud or whistle. It just gave me that extra bit that you don't normally get in all movies. Okay, there are movies where you're just sitting. Okay, you enjoy the ride. That's it. But then this, it made you get out of the seat. It made you applaud vision that was executed that well. Because if it was one person executing it, it becomes okay. His vision has been executed. But to bring in so many people, into that scene, into to make it even more special for the viewers, it takes a special talent. And Rajanna has been absolutely
His
phenomenal
performance
in
as
that.
an actor has been phenomenal. I could
Yeah,
see shades of Martin Scorsese's movie. How Martin Scorsese portrayed his guys. I could see a shade of acting in shade of that in Rajan's acting. Not just Rajan, even Rishabh Shetty is a very good actor. We all know that he himself has done a great justice to the role. It's just from kids, those small kids to all these old guys, everybody, and also the police guy. I think it's his name is Radhakrishna. Yeah, Gopal Krishna Deshpande. One hell of an actor. He's again from a theater background. What a beautiful performance, man! What a
exactly.
beautiful
That
performance.
is what people keep forgetting. Seeing these stars who have come out of already they were in limelight since the kids because of they were somewhere related to the movies. It
Hmm.
is actually the people that come out of these drama schools in NSD in Delhi, National School of Drama, then the Rangayana in Karnataka.
There's
It just shows that
Neenasam also. Yes, Sagra or somewhere.
yeah,
Neenasam.
their acting is touch above the rest. We talk about we love Achyut Kumar, isn't it?
He's from
His
Neenasam,
acting.
I guess. Yeah, he's an act.
Exactly.
I bloody love him. Yeah, good.
Exactly. That is what even though he makes those small roles in the movie sometimes, he just executes it so well. It's just a dream to watch these kind of people perform on the screen. And uh, eh, uh, cinema experience for us, for since every time we have spoken about it in engineering days and now right now also, it's something that we feel it is sacred, isn't it?
Hmm.
Where we want to go and experience such spirituality in movie. It's a different kind of feeling when you watch such movies that come out so well and with such high class performances. It's just a treat. And to some we feel associated, isn't it?
Very
Don't
much.
we feel associated
Very
with
much.
this movie?
Movies has this ability to change the way you live your life or way you see a certain thing.
Yeah.
So when good movie comes and does this, it's just amazing. Uh,
Mm.
and also big thanks to producers for backing up scripts like this.
Yeah.
We will have to, in especially in KFI, we're not used to this amount of gore or the languages that was used in the movie.
Yeah.
So to back back that and believe in the writer that is Rajana and support him, it just shows good sign that we are heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Content oriented movies.
I remember, a few years back when you talk about Kannada industry, we used to feel like there are one, two movies, at certain after 20 movies, movie is
One movie
kind of
comes out and
good.
stands up.
We feel it's good. But now it's getting, we are getting good films often and often, and it's a good sign because there is a difference between Malayalam, Tamil, and Telugu pictures and Kannada pictures because Kannada used to not match that.
Hmm.
They had a reach almost pan India reach. These
And
movies, even though they were South Indian, people used to not understand it. Even with subtitles, they watch it and they enjoyed it. And now seeing such movies create such waves in Karnataka also, and especially in outside the state. It is really essential for Kannada industry, and such movies just put us in the pinnacle.
yeah, now let's talk about the things that you didn't, find completely justified. You have a few of it if you want to add.
Yeah, I loved the first half, to be honest, because the character development, the way he showed it, the storylines of each and every character, that is Hari and Shiva, and then also police in some
Hmm.
matters, and also some people that have been involved in
Narration,
that.
narration too, narration.
Exactly, Gopal Deshpande did terrific job at
And
narration and everything. I loved it. It came to a point where we felt okay, next half will be things will go down, things are about to unravel in a way that we never thought it would. But then it was disappointing to see how easy it was
it
to
unraveled. Yeah, I too had
unravel.
the same feeling coming out
Yeah,
of the
because
theater.
uh, for a person who has a great interest in mythology, okay, I have loved Yakshagana, watching Yakshagana ever since I was a kid, and I have seen a lot of Vishnu and Shiva, and the tussle that they had. We have seen this in Devi Mahatma, it will be very easy for Mangaloreans or Udupi people to
Yeah.
understand the that chemistry that Vishnu and Shiva shared. I expected a bit more of
Amaya
uh,
and
some camaraderie between them,
yeah,
because
had to.
I feel Vishnu is a very scheming, is a very, he knows how to maintain his position in that particular scenario. Okay, Vishnu is someone who does that really well. But then I was disappointed with Hari's character not, living up to that level of mythological essence that they tried to bring in the movie. I felt a bit, but Shiva was depicted amazingly. But then
Amazing.
again, second half, yeah, it was an
It's,
okay one.
yeah,
What
like
about you?
this main reason I believe for that, because there isn't much in the story. So as
Mm,
since there's no much in the story, all they could have done is probably cut down the runtime. Again, I'm always severe on movies running anything above
running.
2.5. You give the best director in the world and you ask him to run for 3 hours. I don't think he can captivate people for that. It is not going to
Yeah.
happen. So editing could have been much sharper, because there wasn't much. Only thing they had to maintain in the second half was just how things unraveled and led to that downfall. I think,
Mm,
like you mentioned, it wasn't done well, and also relation between Shiva, Brahma, and Hari wasn't explained well.
yeah.
It just felt a little I wouldn't say confusing, maybe not justified good enough
Yeah.
to attract the viewers. But nonetheless,
Mm,
the ending again rocks back. They show that you come back from where you started, you go back to where you started. That is, and the kids, just the cycle repeats.
yeah.
Kids coming up and taking his position. That's all brilliant. But in the between, I guess, like you mentioned, it loses its track. But then, yeah, but still, it's still a very good movie. Viewers don't get us wrong, but it does feel a little slight bit of dragginess is what I feel in the second half. The reading could have been much sharper. That is it. But then nothing special. You have anything extra to say? Like,
Not really. Again, the some of the scenes were kind of abrupt. Got it, isn't it? You
hmm.
said editing should have been sharper. Somewhere it didn't really match with the flow sometimes. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, the
Especially that
screenplay
scene of
again.
people being hired to kill Shiva.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
the
That just
final
didn't.
scene,
Yeah, it didn't flow well. Even
but
I felt the
where
same.
he's alone at home, and then Brahmayam. I didn't like that part, the crispness of that part, because it felt very
The flow, like you
hurried.
mentioned, yeah, hurried. The flow wasn't
Hurried.
there. Wasn't there.
Yeah,
It was a little too confusing also as to who sent whom to kill, and then
yeah,
what happened. It was I experienced that too.
yeah. It was quite abruptly. He's told that Hari is behind it. They did not even show if Hari was a guy, because they showed that Raviraj was,
Yeah,
Avinash.
when
They are the ones who have sent him, and then but here they have been told it was quite. I really felt.
I majorly, yeah, I'll add to that. I majorly think
Yeah,
why that gets more confusing is because Raviraj and Avinash gets introduced very quickly, and we
yeah,
don't get much background of them. Then they just right pushed into the main characters, so it just
mm,
doesn't flow well. I think that is the
yeah,
reason. Yeah, what do you think of that?
exactly. Yeah, that's what. That's exactly the point where it was hurried through in that moment. Where you wanted Christmas, they did not give. They did
Hmm.
not give it in the second half. Where it was not, where it was needed, where a certain background is needed, they felt to brush through it. Got it. So, and that was not quite,
But
sitting
yet
well for me.
after even all this setback, it's still a very good movie. It's I could say it's I think it's fair enough to say that this is a stereotype breaking kind of a movie in Kannada film industry, especially.
Yeah,
Even how Kannada the crime movies in Kannada film industries, when
yeah,
somebody chops you, the camera pans out. But here Rajana really shows the movement when he's you know shoving knife into someone. So it's really good. It's really hard, and I also wanted to mention this to the viewers. Please, this is not a movie which you can watch with the family.
yeah,
Absolutely not. You can't take your kids. I actually had a couple of guys with the family, two, three little kids. No, this isn't the movie. One such movie. Yes, it has
yeah,
Mangaloreans. Yes, it is shot in and around Mangalore. There's that positive aspect, but you shouldn't be taking your family to this movie.
yeah.
But as a
Yeah,
movie
correct, correct.
lover, Great movie. You wanted to.
Exactly. Why we are being, it might feel that we are not really, up to, we feel it is not up to the mark and all. It is because the movies we
Benchmark.
have watched over the years in drama and crime and thriller kind of genres,
No,
we are trying.
benchmark set by Rajanna himself is so high. His
Exactly. Yeah.
directorial debut, OMK. This by no means, don't get us wrong again. By no means it's a bad movie. But in the second half, it probably gets a little here and there. That is it. But again, finishes off strong.
Probably, yeah, probably we are coming from a position where uh, uh, we kind of expected some few things out of Rajanna, and
Hmm.
somewhere he has not delivered it. That's it. But then, as an overall package, it's a brilliant movie to watch, and it's an experience.
Amazing. It's
As
an experience. Totally.
Rajan
You
also
have to watch
told
it in
in
theaters.
many of the press conferences, it's an experience. It's like to be honest, I am sitting in Gulbarga. I've been away from Bangalore for 2 years,
Hmm.
and the moment I saw this movie, it felt like I was in the city. I
Hmm.
felt I was taken for a ride throughout Mangala Devi, where I have seen these places like never before in this movie, and that's why it made it special for us is because the experience, and you will have one hell of an experience with the movies and the characters involved in it, and
Yeah,
the
and
background and music has
it
been
has to
mind
be,
blowing.
yeah. For to me, I think it's the album of the year. It's got just two songs, but the demons in
Yeah,
it. What I love more about demons in me is that a lot of Indian guys do English songs with English
yeah,
lyrics, but it doesn't feel like an English song. This
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
in particular actually feels like a pop song, which is produced by an American or European guy.
Exactly.
That is what I
Yeah,
love.
the song also feels Western kind of setup, and even the way they have shot the
Thought
videos in that
also, it's
that also is it feels really top notch, and that's why it feels really great. We love you have more keenness in music, and if you are because you have that taste of music, and then if you are telling it, it just shows that the already this we had set a high bar of expectation, and then to reach hit that every time the songs or the background was played in the movie, it's a
great.
special thing for the movie. It just adds that more of a zing into the movie.
And finally, to all the viewers, I guess most of the viewers are Mangaloreans. Any outsiders
Mhm.
watching, no, Mangalore isn't like the way it is portrayed in the
Yeah,
movie. It's very safe. Police has a very good control of it. So
yeah,
finally, yeah, my suggestion would be watch it in theaters. Very good movie. Again, and finally, I also wanted to talk about this. A lot of people question Mangalore's contribution to Karnataka, that is Kannada film
yeah,
industry. They think they say we don't have nothing much to offer, but here we keep on doing quality movies after qualities, and more importantly in our own dialect.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
exactly.
dialect which gets mocked around, but still we don't hesitate to do that. That is what I love about Rajanna or Rakshit Shetty or even Rishabh Shetty for that matter. Just the pure nativity they brings into they bring into their movie is amazing. And once again, great movie. You wanted to end off with something? You want to
Yeah,
say?
I've seen many Rajanna's presses relating to this movie, and he told it will be an experience, and he delivered on that fact.
It is
And
for sure.
it is an experience which is special, and it really showed. And yeah, it takes courage to stick to a dialect. I believe credit needs to be given there because he presented the movie as it was expected out of from a Mangalorean perspective,
Hmm.
Mangalorean style, Mangalorean way of speaking. So hats off to Rajanna for that, and it really sets a high standard for India, Karnataka films, and the way it has been received by people also. It shows that it's a
That's
new
the
thing that
changing.
people are accepting, and then it shows that the people who watch the movies are getting you know uh, uh, better and better from movie and movie, and they're expecting good stuff, and
Good stuff.
mediocre
Yeah.
stuff are rejected, and that's something really heartening to watch as a cinema lover,
It's
isn't it?
some positive times ahead. And as usual,
Yeah,
guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to watch this movie in theaters.
yeah, yeah.
As
So,
usual,
see
man,
you.
thanks again for joining.
Pleasure,
Especially
pleasure.
pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
See you around, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.